Welcome back behind the velvet rope. Let's just get right into it because we are joined by the one and only Sarah Farasia.
Hi, gorgeous. How are ya?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. No complaints. I'm a little tired. I'm a little tired. I'm carrying a child, so I'm a little exhausted. And our audience is probably going to be over it. They're going to be like, we don't need to hear any more about you and this kid, okay? We're rooting for you. We heard about it now. Like, stop talking
Well,
about it. But I am a little tired, I will say.
I'm sorry to hear that. I guess Adderall is out of the question, but coffee, you're allowed to have coffee when you're pregnant?
I only have 8 ounces of caffeine a day. And I do that first thing. And then I am beat.
Let me tell you. When we were kids, you had everything. You smoked when you were pregnant, wine,
Oh,
vodka. We all turned out just fine.
it is true. It is true. Everybody was fine. I know. And I actually arguably probably more normal back then than now.
Man, anything is better than now. You have a tear in your tear duct. They run from across the room. What's wrong? You need therapy. You need this. Stay home from school. You're a little sad today. Kick them out and get them in the school.
I couldn't agree
Um,
more. Whew.
Later in the show, we'll talk about my new child. We got to talk about Dolores and Rory. We have Rory. Well, there's some, Dolores. My thing is, Dolores is not filming Rory yet. There was pictures that were leaked. Dolores is spotted
The
filming.
Loa.
Yeah, she's on the scene filming Rory. Well, guess what, people?
Okay. What?
You ever hear that thing, they all look alike? No, I didn't say it. I didn't make up that saying. But whoever there's rumors that this was Dolores. If you look closely, it's a Dolores wannabe. It's one of the cast members of Rory. Her name is Elizabeth McGraw. She's got the lips like Dolores, the hair like Dolores. It ain't Dolores. So Dolores is not filming Rory as of now, guys. But people were like, Dolores is caught filming Rory. That ain't Dolores. Anyone else
That truly isn't God. That look like her. Really?
look like her, huh? Well, that's
Wow.
Elizabeth McGraw. Look like
It's McGraw.
Dolores.
Wow. God, you
Yeah.
could have fooled me. Looked very close to me. Like a very
Well,
big look-alike. Yeah.
if
Wow.
I think it fooled a lot of people. It's not Dolores. I still think Dolores is gonna be there like Sheena and the other one, Lala were on the Valley. Not really.
Hmm.
My friend Luann says, not really.
Okay.
So that
Wow.
was not Dolores. So Dolores is not filming Rory as of today, guys. Let's see what happens, right? I
But
think
you
sh
that kind of sounds like you're leaving it open that you think there's a really good shot that Dolores will be making some cameos on Rhode Island.
I think it's all bullshit, and she's gonna make like one cameo, and it's gonna say,
Excuse me.
Susan's friend, Dolores, just like Sheena and Lala. One episode, maybe two. I don't think my sources tell me she's not going to be a friend of, not a cast member. She's going to appear. I appeared on background episodes of RHO and J. Dolores will have more than that. She'll have a voice, she'll speak. Shockingly, she does have a voice. I never thought she did, but she seems to be talking a lot now that the show ended. She's got a lot of opinions about it. Who knew Dolores had anything to say? She stood there for 2, 3 decades on RHO and J. Never opened her yappa. Never opened her yappa once. All of a sudden, she has something to
Not
say.
very busy. Can you talk to us about
So
it?
she's not filming.
I am getting excited though about Rhode Island. What is this about a
Yeah.
cast member allegedly dating, I think, a New England crime boss? Which, by the way, I mean, I know the mob will always exist, still exists.
Mhm.
It's just it's like a little shocking now because I would feel like with cell phones, they just track everything. And I'm like, is the mob really, I don't know, is it that influential? Anyhow, I love because, we know how this is going to end up. I
Mhm.
love when we have a Teresa
Mhm.
that now could be going back to jail for tax issues. I mean, it's so good when people who are associated with crime or committing crime put themselves on reality TV. It's my favorite, the Chrisleys. Which, by the way, we can talk about Todd, who is
Oh.
what an absolute dick, which you and I tried to tell people that a long time ago. But anyhow, so what is this going on? Let me get her name. I'll read the latest leak. Of course, this is all alleged.
Oh,
But
yes.
I kind of am, I'm like, oh, this is going to be a bit juicy.
Yes. Well, there are some. Listen, Rory is filming. Dolores has not filmed, but Rory is filming. There's secrets and tea being spilled, pictures being leaked. Yeah, you're right. There's alleged ties to organized crime.
God, what's the woman's
Yeah,
name?
there's a couple of names here. Well, first of all, there's this Rosie Woods Damare, and there's pictures of her having a lunch with Elizabeth McGraw. She is the Dolores lookalike. There's a Kelsey Swanson who was also filming these pictures. I think, is it DeMonte? Is this the one? A
I thought it was like a
Damare?
Gia or a Geo, or maybe Geo is okay. Here we go. Hold on. It's Elizabeth. No, you're right.
It's
It's
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth McGraw. You're right. You're right. So Bravo's housewife for Rhode Island, Elizabeth McGraw, has close ties to accused drug dealer.
Hmm.
Okay, so obviously this is alleged. Let me go look up the
Hmm.
exact story, what his name is and what he's accused of.
Look up what he's accused of. I think his name is something Demonte or Gomonte, Dino Gomonte. And he was, while I tell this, look up the name, he was charged in dealing drugs. And, the feds apparently allegedly were looking into him for organized crime and something about cannabis. Like her and her husband are big in the cannabis business in Rhode Island. And apparently, they found Dino's cell phone and Dino called, and maybe he just wanted to get high. But
Very
apparently, this guy called them 400 times a month. And the only person he called more than that was like some other family member. So this guy Dino is being looked into allegedly by the FBI, and the most calls in his phone are Elizabeth McGraw and her husband. She is a new Real Housewife of Rhode Island. Apparently, they're in the cannabis business.
He called them on average 13 times a day. What in the hell?
400 times a month. Yep.
What in the hell could you possibly have to say to someone? Who answers? Do they answer?
Dino, is that his name? Is that the guy's
Dino.
name? Dino.
Yeah,
Yep.
you're right. Dino
Belmonte.
Gilmonte.
Hmm.
Felony charges, all the things you said. So it
Hmm.
sounds like they're not dating, it's a friend.
Friend, but very. Why are you calling 400 times? And they're saying new cast member has alleged ties to organized crime. Well, I'll call my friend Renee Graziano. We'll get her back on here to talk about the current state of the mob. We used to
Yeah, where
have
are they at?
Well, we used to have a scumbag on this podcast on a regular basis who claimed that they were the big boys, but we know that that was all bullshit. But Renee's the real deal, so we'll get Renee back on. We had Jen Graziano on.
So
Look, I
your
think.
former guests used to say that they were like the mob. They were like connected.
Oh, please, yeah.
I missed that
Whew.
part.
Those are the people you could blow over with one blow of the breath, my friend. But Dolores ain't filming yet, and this Damare Elizabeth McGraw, we